Hello students, welcome to Thinkstitute. Today we'll be studying the lots and lots of figures of speech. We'll be doing, these are also known as poetic devices or literary devices. We'll be doing all the poetic devices so that all your doubts regarding any poetic device, literary device will be cleared after this particular video. Now coming to the first poetic device. First poetic device that I would like to teach you is metaphor. Whenever there is a comparison between two objects without the usage of as or like, the figure of speech used is metaphor. If we are comparing and using as or like, it is simile. If we are do not comparing and not using as or like, it is a metaphor. For example, he fought like a lion is a simile. He was a lion in the battle is a metaphor. The boy is as messy as a pig because as lag gaya, ya like lag gaya is a simile. The boy is a pig is a metaphor. Now examples of metaphor. He has a heart of gold. James is an early bird. Her eyes were diamonds. Eyes are compared to diamonds. Well, you keep away from her because she is a rat trap. She is compared to a rat trap. My thoughts are stars. Thoughts are compared to stars. He is a walking encyclopedia. He is compared to an encyclopedia. His knowledge is compared to an encyclopedia. So again, all the comparisons without the usage of as alike is a metaphor. Mary's voice is music to my ears. Mary's voice is comparing to music. Children these days are turning to couch potatoes. It was raining cats and dogs. All these are examples of metaphor. Now coming to the next poetic device is simile. Simile is a figure of speech, as I told you before, where a comparison is made between two things and we use the word as or like. For example, as cute as a kitten, or her eyes were as blue as sapphire. My dog is as smelly as dirty socks. So the dog's smell is compared to that of dirty socks. The pizza is as cold as ice. Children descended on the buffet like locusts. As blind as a bat, as slippery as an eel, like peas in a pot. Again, comparison just with the usage of as or like. She is as beautiful as a rose. So the beauty of that person is compared to that of a rose. Since we are using the word as or like and comparing somebody, so the poetic device used is simile. He eats like a pig. He is as wise and all are examples of simile. Now coming to personification. Personification is a figure of speech in which a thing, an idea or an animal is given human attributes. एक non-living thing को when that person behaves like a living and as if that a human being is living, so it is known as personification. When non-human objects are portrayed in such a way that they have feelings and they have ability to act like human beings, then it is known as personification. For example, the stars dance playfully in the moonlight, or you can say the sunflowers nodded in the wind. The snowflakes dance. Snowflakes are non-living and they seem to be dancing. Justice is blind and at times deaf. Money is the only friend that I can count on. Lightning danced across the sky. Lightning is again a non-living thing, dancing. Rita heard the last piece of pie calling her name, as if the pie is calling the person to come and eat me. The sun smiled down on me. So again, sun is showing poetic devices is used. Sun is smiling. World does not care to hear your sad stories. Candle flame danced at the dark. Thunder grumbled and raindrops reported for duty. The silence crept into the classroom. It seems as if silence is somebody and is getting inside the classroom. The cigarette stole his health, as if cigarette is something and stealing away somebody's health. So all this, whenever you see something, a non-living thing, behaving as if having feelings just like human beings, then it is known as personification. Now next is alliteration, repetition of consonant sounds, successive group of words, two or more words, जब same sound repeat होती है, then it is known as alliteration. For example, a big black bug bit a big black bear. Burr sound is being repeated. Sheep should sleep in a shed. Shh sound is repeated. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Again, per sound is repeated. Betty bought some butter. Again, burr sound repeated. 3 grey geese in a green field grazing. When g sound is repeated, she sells seashells on the seashore. All these are examples of alliterations when same sound is being repeated then it is known as alliteration. Now, the next poetic device is repetition. Repetition is a device in which the same word or phrase is repeated 2 or more times. For example, oh, woeful, 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 woeful day. Same word woeful is being repeated again and again. Roads, where we are going, we don't need roads. Roads is being repeated, water, water everywhere. Get ready, get set, go. Home sweet home. Home word is repeated. Smile, smile, smile at your mind as often as possible. Rain, rain, go away. Boys will be boys. Oh, captain, my captain. All these are examples of repetition. When same line is being repeated, it is known as refrain. Sound repeat होगी तो alliteration. Word repeat होगा तो repetition. Same line is being repeated, it is known as refrain. Refrain refers to a repeated portion of a song or poem. This can be repeated phrase, line or stanza. It occurs generally at the end of the stanza or at the natural break between sections of a poem. For example, a very famous poem, Whose Woods by Robert Frost, and where the person says, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. Whose woods these are, I think I know, his house is in the village door. So that particular poem. Two roads diverge then when did my childhood go? Was it the day I ceased to be 11? Was it the time? This is the 11th class poem. So the same first line is being repeated. When did my childhood go? When did my childhood go? So the poetic device used is refrain. जब पूरी same line repeat हो, then it is refrain. जब एक word repeat हो, then it is repetition. जब same sound repeat हो, then it is alliteration. Now coming to enjambment. Enjambment is a term used in poetry to refer to lines that end without punctuation and without completing a sentence or a clause. Now, if you see in this particular stanza, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. Its loveliness increases, it will never pass into nothingness. In the second line, if you see, it will never pass into nothingness. Never ke baad mein there is no punctuation mark. And the same line is continuing in the third line as well. So that poetic device is enchantment. But next third line mein bhi dekho, but still will keep a bower quiet for us. Third line is continuing in the fourth line as well. Then it is known as enchantment. Taking another example, this is another 12th class poem. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find her ivory needle hard to pull. So the same line, fluttering through her wool, does not end here. She is finding the ivory needle hard to pull as well. Now third line, the massive weight of uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. कोई punctuation नहीं लगा after and there is not even a single punctuation mark, no comma, no semicolon, no full stop, and it is continuing in the next line as well. Then it is poetic devices enjambment. Take another stanza in the same poem. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. So the first line is continuing in the second line, and the first line doesn't end with any punctuation mark. It is known as enjambment. Same in the third line, the tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing round and afraid. So the third line is continuing in the fourth line. So the poetic device used is enchantment. Now coming to onomatopoeia. Onomatopoeia is a word that sounds like its meaning. It can be described as a use of word which imitates a sound. All the sound words, screech, whir, sizzle, crunch, bang, zap, roar, growl, click, snap, pop, all these are examples of onomatopoeia. For example, the flood water gushed through the town. Gushing की आवाज आई. Owl hooted in the tree. Owl hoot कर रहा है. Cows moo. The sheep baa. At night, the wind was howling. Howling is onomatopoeia. My teeth chattered. Chatter chatter कर रहे थे. The corn went pop. So that pop sound. The leaves crunched. The car horn beeped. The sack fell into the river with a splash. So all these are sound words. Splashing, buzzing, thudding. The books fell on the table with a thud. The buzzing bee flew away. All these are examples of onomatopoeia. Next is hyperbole. Hyperbole is a major exaggeration or overstatement. Author uses figure of speech to emphasize a point or to add humor. For example, I nearly died laughing. You cannot die laughing. So किसी चीज को बहुत बढ़ा चढ़ा के बहुत exaggerate करके बोला जाए, then it is hyperbole. For example, my backpack weighs a ton. A ton is around 1000 kg. Can your backpack weigh 1000 kg? No. The wolf was 100 feet high. Was the wolf actually 100 feet high? He is going to say that the wolf was very tall. So he's using this expression as if to say, to exaggerate something. I've told you a million times. Million means 10 lakh. Did that person actually tell you 10 lakh times? No. So million times is again hyperbole. You could have knocked me over with a feather. Can you knock down a person with a feather? No. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. Can you eat a horse? Normally, no. I have a million things to do today. He is as skinny as a toothpick. As skinny as a toothpick is a simile also. Again, toothpick jitna patla. Can somebody be as thin as a toothpick? No, not possible. He got tons of money. His brain is the size of a pea. Now, pea is so small. Is it possible for somebody to have a brain this small? No, it is not possible. So, you're exaggerating something. She is as heavy as an elephant. Can somebody, an elephant weighs 500 kgs, 800 kgs, 1000 kgs. You cannot weigh 1000 kgs. So it's not possible. So again, expression of hyperbole is used. Now coming to antithesis. When two opposites are being used and two opposites के बीच में कोई एक या दो words use कर लिया जाए, then it is known as antithesis. A striking opposition or contrast made in same sentence and using two opposites and one word or two words used in between. For example, love and hate. Love and hate are two opposites and we are using the word and in between. Good and evil. Again, two opposites we are using in between. One small step, one giant leap for mankind. Small and giant, again, two opposites and words in between. The hare was fast and the tortoise was slow. Two opposites, word in between. Man proposes, God disposes. Proposes and disposes are two opposites, God in between. It was the best of times, it was the worst of time. Best or worst, two opposites. Again, there are words in between. Money is the root of all evil. Poverty is the fruit of all goodness. Evil and goodness, two opposites, words in between. Folks who have no voices have very few virtues. Again, opposites, words in between. So it is known as example of antithesis. Now, oxymoron is a special type of antithesis where two opposites are used together without any words in between. For example, this is a fine mess you have got us into. Fine mess. Two opposites, no word. There is a love-hate relationship between them. He is busy doing nothing. Doing nothing, doing bhi kar raha hai, nothing bhi. How is this possible? So, oxymoron is used. Two opposites, no word in between. Big baby, open secret, original copy, alone together, deafening silence, clearly confused, awfully nice, known secret, known be secret, be confirmed rumor, living death, ill health, pretty ugly, found missing, small crowd, clearly misunderstood, orderly confusion are all examples of oxymorons. Now coming to apostrophe. Apostrophe is a direct address to the dead or the absent or personified object or idea. If somebody is not present here or if somebody is dead और कोई person के लिए को जब हम address करते हैं then it is apostrophe. Why don't you load my mess? All this is an example of apostrophe. Oh lovely orange, you golden treat. Oh tell me why aren't you easy to eat? Orange क्या बोल के वापस जवाब देगा? No. So again apostrophe. Now coming to irony, when you expect something and होए कुछ, चाहते कुछ है होता कुछ है, then it is known as irony. For example, a statement or situation with the meaning is contradicted by the appearance. For example, take this example I'm giving you. A woman says, I started driving these trains in the 40s. Those days a man would give up his seat for a woman. Now we have liberated and we have to stand. Isn't it ironic? What's ironic? This, that we have come all the way, we have all this progress, but we have lost the little niceties. So these people want to be treated together and at the same time they wanted to be treated special. So this is ironic. Okay. Now coming to imagery. When imagery is a descriptive writing that appeals to the senses. कभी कोई sense of sight से, कभी sense of taste से, sense of touch से, sense of smell से, sense of hearing से एक image create हो जाती है, then it is known as a mental image is created, then it is an example of image. For example, it was dark and dim in the forest. So जब whenever you hear this, your image of something dark and dim comes into your mind. So these children were screaming and shouting in the fields. Screaming and shouting में आपके hearing sounds use कर रहे हैं. So the auditory senses are being used. He whiffed an aroma of brewed coffee as if you're smelling it. कुछ smell करके brew coffee की smell आ रही है. The girl ran her hands on a soft satin fabric. So you're using the sense of touch and you're feeling something soft inside. The fresh and juicy orange is very cold and sweet. So very cold and sweet, how will you come to know? Once you see a sense of taste is there. So the juicy and sweet, all these things you will come to know through the sense of taste. So all the sensory organs are being used and an image is created, a mental image is created in your mind, then it is known as imagery. Now, again examples. The familiar tang of his grandmother's cranberry sauce reminded him of his youth. The concert was so loud that her ears rang for days afterwards. The sunset was the most gorgeous they'd ever seen. After eating the curry, his breath reeked of garlic. Garlic की smell आ रही थी उसमें से. The tree bark was rough against. Now, sometimes we use certain symbols when a word is used to represent something larger than itself. For example, a dove is a symbol of peace. A small dove is a symbol of peace. A red rose stands for love. Black is symbol of evil or death. Ladder may stand for symbol of connection between heaven and earth. Now, euphemism consists of description of disagreeable thing by an agreeable thing. जब कोई चीज को बहुत खराब चीज को नॉर्मल समझाने की कोशिश की जाए, when we use simpler words to make that thing use easy. For example, if somebody is fired, you say good news, I'm going to be spending more time with the family. ये नहीं बोल रहा कि मेरे को नौकरी से निकाल दिया, but you're saying that I'm going to spend more time with my family. The old man passed away. Instead of saying the old man died, we say the old man passed away. Dearly departed instead of died. Ethnic cleaning instead of genocide. Between jobs instead of unemployed. Instead of simply accepting that I am unemployed, the person says, I'm between jobs. I've left one, I'm going to take one more. Economical instead of cheap. Embarking on a journey of self-discovery instead of jobless. Differently abled instead of handicapped. Economical with the truth instead of liar. Instead of simply saying that you are bluntly saying that you are a liar, use the word economical with the truth. To let someone go inside instead of saying fire someone. She is a curvy woman instead of saying that you're overweight. Jimmy was sent to the correctional facility instead of saying that Jimmy has gone to a prison, he's gone to correctional facility. Instead of saying he's homeless, he's on the street. Instead of saying the person is fat, you're saying he's healthy. So all these are examples of euphemism. Now, synecdoche occurs when a part is represented by a whole. For example, I have just bought new wheels. खाली wheels थोड़ी खरीदे हैं. You've bought an entire car. So this refers to a new car. So new wheels represent entire car. I'm asking for her hand. You're not asking for that person's hand in marriage. You're asking for the entire person as such. So women to marry. Plastic, which is referring to credit card. For example, the word sales, if they've gone for sailing. Ship, यानी कि ship पे गए हैं. Hired hand instead of workers. We have 5 head counts. No, instead of 5, खाली head थोड़ी है, पूरे पूरे लोग हैं. So 5 number of people. Word bread instead of food. Word boots instead of soldiers. We saying bubbly refers to champagne. Glasses refer to idea. Now that's it for all the poetic devices, children. I hope you understand it. एक और होता है pan, which is a double meaning word. जब एक वर्ड के दो मीनिंग्स यूज करते हैं, हम बोले कुछ और कोई इसके डबल मीनिंग लगा ले, then it is known as pan. I hope you understand all the poetic devices. If you like this video, do like, share, subscribe or comment. Thank you. Happy learning.